While used car prices are falling and some new cars are becoming more negotiable, not all brands, not all makes, not all models are made equal. Let's talk about those that are more negotiable now and less negotiable. Let's start with, actually, throw you for a curveball here, the vehicles that are not particularly negotiable.
Yes.
You're looking for a Honda Civic, new or used, not particularly negotiable. No. You're looking for a new Toyota Cross, not particularly negotiable. You're looking for a RAV4 Prime, negotiable. You got to be on a wait list for the next 2 years. So, Dad, there are still some brands, a lot of the Asian automakers, Kia Tellurides, etc., Hyundai Palisades, those are still not negotiable, and you're going to be
great degree.
Maybe on the new car side, we're seeing less market adjustments on them, or dealers are still asking, but you can kind of work back off the market adjustments.
Yes.
But on the used car side, even for Asian brands, like, they're still very expensive.
And may I say one thing? Just because a dealer is asking for a market adjustment, it doesn't mean that you have to agree to pay it. They're hoping you will. Okay, they're betting dollars to donuts that you will, but you don't have to. You don't have to agree to it. You can, as I like to say, you can renegotiate. You can negotiate it down. It's like a contract. You can either accept it, you can reject it, or you can amend it. Just remember that. It's an ask. It's not a mandate. I say it so often. I hope it sinks in one day. Okay. It's an ask. They're asking. That's all they're doing is they're asking. They're hoping you're foolish enough to agree. You don't have to.
All right. And I pulled out the phone because, and we'll pull it up on the screen. We've got, Dad, folks in our Instagram DMs like crazy nowadays.
Yes.
Hey, just wanted to share for others. I negotiated out of a $5,000 market adjustment just by negotiating on a 2023 4Runner. We as the buyers are now in the driver's seat. Don't pay that nonsense. Another person, a 2023 Suburban, they wanted $5,000. He walked. They called him back a week later, and he also got them to take 2% off his interest rate because he negotiated for buy rate. So yes, you're right.
Yes.
That being said, you are still going to see more digging of heels in on certain makes and models.
Absolutely.
Others, for example, if you're in the market for a brand new Stellantis product, a Jeep, a Ram, a Chrysler product, you can negotiate. You should be buying those things at at invoice or significantly below MSRP. And
in many cases.
Yes. And then on the used car side, Dad,
yes,
luxury cars are starting to take a true beating, both at the wholesale auction, and we are starting to see retail prices come down as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So for example, Dad, I found 3 vehicles that I thought we could walk through. A 2018 Audi A5 Coupe.
Okay.
Been on this dealer's lot for 150 days. And look at that price history, Dad. In October, they were asking $38,993. Today, they're asking $32,993.
I'm not, as you know, I'm not good at math, but that seems like exactly $6,000.
Okay, and on a $39,000 vehicle, $6,000 decline in price. Percentage-wise, someone help me here. That's close to 20%. 18%, 17.5%.
Closer to 20%.
Yeah, it's right there around 20%.
Yeah, or is it 30%? I don't know.
It's not 30%.
Okay, well,
because 10% is 60,000. It would be $6,000.
Yeah.
And then take like another.
So 20%.
Yeah, but a little less.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like 16.5%. But Pop, seriously, it's a big decline.
No need to do the math before we do these videos, folks.
It's a big decline, right?
Yeah, it's significant. Now, that doesn't mean that the asking price still isn't more than it should be, but it's a hell of a lot better than it had been. That's the important thing.
And it's a great indicator that this vehicle is negotiable. We've done tons of videos on how to negotiate used cars in this market. Go watch some of them.
Looking for a car? Look no further than joinyaa.com. Go check out the cars listed there. There's no BS, no lead gen forms, no anything. Just cars.
Not just Audi, Dad. Cadillac. I found a 2019 CTS sedan. Been on this dealer's lot for almost 200 days now. 31,000 miles on the damn thing. Earlier this year, Dad, this dealer was asking for up to $36,000, $36,527 to be exact.
Back in July.
Yeah. Now they're asking price. They've had it as low as $33,500. 10% discount. 10% discount just by waiting.
Yes. And that's not to say that they wouldn't take less to get rid of it because it's been on their lot too long.
One more, and then let's talk about wholesale data so we can kind of like paint the picture. A 2019 BMW 4 Series.
Gotcha.
All right. 224 days at the time of filming on this dealer's lot, Dad. 44,000 miles on the thing. They had wanted originally back in August, $37,999. Asking price today, $5,000 less, $32,999. Why are these dealers dropping prices, advertised prices so much on these vehicles? Because wholesale prices for these particular vehicles are cratering.
Yes, they have dropped dramatically. And just across the board in the wholesale values for pre-owned cars have dropped around 12 to 14% in the last 4 to 5 months.
Yeah.
And your luxury brands, some of your luxury brands, Mercedes, Audi, Cadillac, BMW, have dropped significantly more than that. So those type of brands are significantly more negotiable today than they had been 3 months ago, 12 months ago, 15 months ago. So even though a dealer is going to pretend they don't want to negotiate with you, and maybe some won't, there are dealers out there who understand that the cost of carrying that vehicle, to continue to have it take up space on their lot, they are better off figuring out a way to retail it to you at a reduced price than to continue to hope that they get somebody that eventually will come in and pay what that current asking price is. If you're there and you have the ability to buy a car and you literally, like I like to say, threatening to remove that vehicle from their lot by driving it home after you've completed the paperwork and paid for it, dealers won't want you to leave without that vehicle.
Yeah.
So they will work with you. Will they put up the front that, oh no, that's our price. Our prices are not the great. Get up and leave. They'll call you back. Or before you hit the door, they'll go, well, what if? Okay. If you're serious about buying a car, you have the wherewithal, the ability to buy the car, and you have communicated the desire to complete that transaction today, if possible, they'll work with you.
I love when you get like that. That was picture perfect, Pops. And I will also mention the data is super helpful as well. Run market price reports back on joinYAA.com. Our car search is great because it gives you the price history.
Yes.
But then you can save a car for free, run a market price report, up to 3 of them for free. That market price report will tell you the market conditions for that vehicle in your area. So when you run one for a RAV4 Prime and it says like 3 within a 100-mile radius,
yes,
and then you run the same one for like a Buick Enclave. I know if you're cross shopping a Buick Enclave, I'm sorry, but
yeah,
or an Encore or whatever, and it says that there's 300 of them, that's a pretty good indicator to you of which one's going to be more negotiable and which one isn't.
yes.
And that if a dealership is showing a willingness to drop the advertised price, that's the dealer you want to work with. You might not be able to negotiate as much off because they've already come down on price, but they're showing a willingness and an understanding of market conditions versus the other dealer who hasn't changed the advertised price. They're just going to sit on their boat anchor and they're going to wait till someone foolish enough comes in and pays for it. So these are ways that you can get indications for what's negotiable, what isn't, which dealer to work with, which one not to work with.
Absolutely.
And if you want to get a really good deal, just go buy a G program. Okay, like that could have been the intro.
Yeah, there you have it.
Thank you, Pops.
Thank you.